Well, if you live in Mecklenburg County, there are important meetings happening right now that will help you determine who you're allowed to vote for in upcoming elections. Fox 46's Derek Dellinger live in Charlotte tonight and outside a conference center that was part of a big discussion today on just that issue. Derek, tell us all about it.
Yes, the remote meeting is happening right now, but earlier this afternoon in the building right behind me was the in-person meeting for the redistricting, and even some of the Republican commenters that came up and gave their 2 cents on this. They were blasting the GOP maps, which at this point could affect a significant portion of northern Mecklenburg County. If you drive around northern parts of Mecklenburg County right now, you'll likely see signs for early voting. It's for municipal elections, but come next election, next year, there could be a change on who is going to be on the ballot where.
It impacts the Mecklenburg County's voters' right to choose who represents them in Raleigh.
State Senator Natasha Marcus currently represents North Mecklenburg County in Raleigh, and her district, as it stands, is about to get a shakeup regardless.
The Raleigh Republicans are deciding who gets to stay and who has to go. And that's not the way democracy is supposed to work.
Redistricting is one of those things that has to be done after every census. Sometimes it can lead to legal battles that last years, and gerrymandering, which can lead to one district swaying one way politically. For many, admittedly, it's something that many don't know about.
I don't understand what that means, really. I don't know how it would pertain to me, I guess.
I think that we're more aware of the national laws than we are with things that are happening locally.
But how is the big question. The map set up by Republicans would affect part of Cornelius and all of Davidson, and having them represented by an Iredell County senator. Davidson Mayor Rusty Knox says that difference does make a difference to the voter.
It's a new dynamic for the residents and how we see services brought to us from the state and making sure that we get our fair share.
Democrats have a map of their own that would still cut into portions of Mecklenburg County, but they call it more fair. Marcus says no matter which way the maps will go, people need to be ready because growth is leading to this change in the first place.
It will be very clear to voters when they go to the polls in the fall of 2022 and suddenly see people who they thought would be on their ballot are no longer on their ballot because they've been moved to a different district. That's when people will really focus and say, wait, what happened? But by then it'll be too late.
There's no real sense yet on whether there will be going any back to the drawing board on any of the maps that are being discussed, whether it's the Democratic one or the Republican one. But we're told either way there will likely be a lawsuit that will be filed no matter what goes into effect. And by the way, those maps are expected to be voted on next week. Live in Charlotte, Derek Dellinger, Fox 46.